Okay, hi everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. This light is, I can say I'm already going to have a problem here. But today I wanted to talk about being offended and when someone has offended you. Like, I guess the question is if you're a simple person, you live in a simple life. Does that make you simple? And what I mean by that is stupid. I beg to differ. I think just because someone chooses to live a simple life doesn't mean that they lack intelligence. So, let me roll back. Someone offended me. They've been saying things to me that are offensive. And I guess they thought I wasn't intelligent enough to catch it. I guess. And, I didn't say anything because I was like, well, whatever. Whatever, And I just back off this person, and just, like, if that's how you want to be, because they're being what I call nice, nasty. You know, you're trying to say something that sounds nice, but it's really being nasty. It's really being nasty. Um, and I actually approached this person. I actually, brought it up, because I was like, the Bible says if you have an ought with someone, you should go to them, or if someone has offended you, you should, tell them. Tell them. And also, I think it's kind of childish to not speak on these things and to just stop dealing with this person. And to me, I wanted to give this person a chance to, I don't want to say right the wrong, but, just make them aware that they have offended me. And that has kind of, changed my behavior in a way. I'm trying to get this light straight. I didn't go in the other room because I was like, that's super bright. I don't know how that would have went. But I, talked to them about this offense. And they were offended that I even mentioned that they offended me. And I was like, wow, that I would have the nerve to even bring this subject up. I'm still trying to get the light straight. That I would even bring this up. I have the nerve, to want to have a discussion about this offense, want to have a discussion about what you said that was offensive. And I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, maybe they didn't know they were offending me. Maybe this is how they talk to everyone. Instead of assuming that they know that they're offending. Because there are things that I say or do that offend people. And I think this is just me being me, not knowing that it's offensive to some people. I'll never forget years ago, I was at a Christmas party, and then you do that. What is it, white elephant or gift swap or something? And I got a gift. Didn't know who it came from, but I didn't like the gift, and I was just blatantly like just upset about the gift, and not realizing that's offensive. Someone took their time out to buy that gift. Apparently, they liked the gift, and so they bought it. I didn't think that was offensive at that time. But when I looked back, I was like, wow, that was rude. Not considering that person's feelings, not considering that they bought this, for whoever was going to get it. And I think sometimes we don't realize that we're being offensive. But I think that these are things that we need to address as people who are adults and still learning, because we're still learning, how to adult. Because I've met some old people who are not there yet. If they're offended and they don't know how to say, I'm offended by you. They don't know how to just be an adult and say, I'm upset by that. And I have people who I don't know, that I would tell them, look, I'm offended, but it's taken me time to get to this point. Because there used to be a time like, I'm done with you. I'm offended. I'm hurt. Never speaking to you ever again. And not even giving that person the benefit of the doubt to apologize. But as I've gotten older and I'm becoming more conscious of these things, I'm learning to say, look, you hurt my feelings. I just wanted you to know that. And now I'm thinking, okay, after I've told you that, you can decide whether or not you want to stop offending me. And if you continue to offend me, then that tells me that you just didn't care. Like, I had a friend that I told her, at this point in my life, I need people who show up for me. And may have told this story before. She said, okay, have a nice life. And I was so glad that I brought this up because it had been bothering me. Because I kept trying to give her a chance. And I was like, well, she doesn't know what she's doing. That's offending you or that's upsetting you. So tell her. Told her, and she says, okay, have a nice life. And I think back that if I had said that years ago, I could have saved myself a lot of heartache. I could have nipped this relationship in the bud. Instead of allowing this person to keep offending me, to keep hurting me. This is someone that I saw as a sister. And I loved her and still do love her. But she kept offending me. She kept doing things that went against my moral values. And I finally spoke on it. But I could have saved myself some time. So now I'm like, you know what? Let's not waste any time. Because life is too short to be wasting time on people who don't mean you any good. And I'm not saying she's a bad person, but to me right there, she showed me what she thought of me. She showed me what she thought of our relationship. She didn't value our relationship. Because all you can say is, okay. This is someone I've known for 20-something years. 20-something years doesn't mean anything to you. But I shouldn't have been surprised because her actions already showed me some things. But, I was just trying to give her a chance. So anyway, my point is, if you're having problems with people, tell them. If you're offended by something someone's doing, tell them. And if they care enough about the relationship, they'll do what they need to do to correct that. So anyway, I apologize for the lighting. I mean, this lighting has been something else, and that's a little bit better, but there, you see, the light's just everywhere. But I hope this helps someone, because for me, these are real issues, and I don't think anyone's talking about these issues. At least, I don't know everyone, but the people I've talked to, they're not talking about these things. They're not, I don't know. Maybe we're just living in a day and age where, I don't know, everybody's just keeping stuff to themselves. And that's why I think there's discord there. There's a separation, and relationships are not as healthy as they could be because people are not talking about these things. And instead of talking about them, they're just letting the relationships end. And I think that's sad. That's not just with your friendships. That's not just with your family members, but also people who are married are just letting them end. And that's a shame when you could just have a conversation. Let's have a honest conversation. So anyway, I hope that helps someone. Peace and love, friends. Peace and love.